The secret key to increasing anyone's self-esteem. One of the things that is majorly overlooked in creating a functional and loving and kind relationship with ourselves, which is the foundation of all of our self-esteem, is keeping the promises that we make to ourselves. This is the foundation of creating self-trust. If you think about it, if you've got a relationship with someone outside of your life, and they tell you that they're going to do something for you, and they repeatedly do not follow through on those commitments, do you trust them more or do you trust them less? I'm sure the answer is that you trust them less. But now apply that to yourself. Do you do what you say you're going to do just to yourself? Now, I remember the first time I learned this, I thought, yeah, but when it comes to me, I don't really mind, and I want to make sure I take care of everyone else, and when it comes to my stuff, it doesn't matter, I'll get to it later, I'll do it tomorrow. But then I realized that actually becomes a pattern. I'm always saying, when it comes to me, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later. And then all of a sudden, years go by, and I'm still saying that I'm going to do all these things, but I'm not following through with them. So for me, when I first heard this message, it was like a revelation to know that it's really important that when we say we are going to do anything in our lives to ourselves, even when no one else is listening, we actually follow through with it. Now, before we get to that, there's a really important step actually before it, which is this. Stop making commitments to people that you can't follow through on. That's really powerful. It's really easy to become a people pleaser and someone that simply puts everyone else's needs ahead of your own because you can avoid confrontation, you can avoid challenges, but the downside is that you don't prioritize yourself the way that you truly know that you deserve. So starting to say no to things is actually the beginning of saying yes to yourself. Everyone else is able to take care of themselves. The world will continue to spin if you just give people responsibility back and say, hey, how about you take care of that? Or, you know what, nah, I'm not coming over tonight. Or actually you can't come over tonight because I really need my own space. Or I just want to be able to have me and the kids and the family and we're just going to do our own thing tonight. Thank you so much. And so learning how to say no is a wonderful journey to go on. And I always like to advise people, learn how to say no with grace. Keep the politeness. It's a nice way to do it instead of just an abrupt like, no. It can be a no thank you, it's not really what I'm into right now. Really appreciate the offer. I'm going to focus on me. Now, when we say no to things or when we stop making commitments that we know we can't follow through with, that we know we don't have the energy for, then all of the sudden we have free energy. We have the time, we have the space. Whenever I meet someone and if they say, you know what, I don't have 10 minutes a day, I'm like, well, then you have to find 10 minutes a day. If you don't have 10 minutes a day, you are in a critical red zone where you need to slam down a stop button and find that time, make that time, remove some of the commitments that you have. Maybe you've become overcommitted, not to yourself, that's very rare, mostly to other people. And then when we say no, then we can start saying yes to ourselves, to the things that truly matter. And they are the relationship with ourselves and the goals that we have to be able to bring meaning and fulfillment in our life. Now, when it comes to those things, usually the pursuit of our goals and our dreams includes a little bit of resistance. Now, what I mean by that is you go and you try and set a goal and then maybe procrastination sets in, which is really common. So, one of the ways we can manage that is by creating a strong relationship between what you say you're going to do and what you actually do. So, for example, you say, all right, tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'm going to read that book that I know I should be reading and I'm going to read it for 10 minutes. Well, if you make that commitment, you better read that book. Not because you've made a commitment to me or anyone else, but because you made a commitment to you. And when you do that for yourself, there's a part of you. You can call it your higher self or your unconscious mind or however you want to language it, that's listening. It's paying attention. You are paying attention to you. You have a relationship with yourself. And you're teaching yourself you can be trusted. You can be relied on. You can trust yourself. That's a powerful relationship to have. If you do it every single day, it compounds. And then all of a sudden, you've got all these reference points for how you follow through on all the little things. And then when it comes to something that truly matters, something that's bigger, you're going to feel even more confidence towards achieving it. So if this has been useful for you, hit the reset button today. Stop overcommitting. Start keeping the promises. Start following through on the things that are truly important to you, your goals, your dreams. Now, if you've taken away some value from this and if you've resonated with any of it, I would love to invite you to go ahead and click the link below. You'll head over to another page where I'd love to share with you a live training that we're running. It goes for 2 days, it's completely free, and it's all about how we can take ideas like this into our own lives and how we can help other people be able to improve their lives as well through this wonderful modality of coaching. Go ahead and click the link below, and I trust I will see you on the other side.